This is the sad tale of the township of Dogville. Dogville was in the Rocky Mountains in the US of A. Up here, where the road came to its definitive end near the entrance to the old abandoned silver mine. The residents of Dogville were good, honest folks, and they liked their township. And while a sentimental soul from the East Coast had once dubbed their main street Elm Street, though no elm had ever cast its shadow in Dogville, they saw no reason to change anything. Most of the buildings were pretty wretched, more like shacks, frankly. The house in which Tom lived was the best, though, and in good times might almost have passed for presentable. That afternoon, the radio was playing softly, for in his dotage, Thomas Edison Sr. had developed a weakness for music of the lighter kind.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
My friend,
Tom, do me a favor, will you? The radio?
Just because the music's over and you might risk hearing something useful?
We mind our own business. We don't ask nothing from nobody.
So at last you admit it.
If only there was some way that we wouldn't doubt the young lady's word, some way to know her. Then I think we'd all ignore the risk.
Well, there is a way. You said it yourself. By living side by side with her. Dad, you're such a fine judge of character. How long would it take a man like you to unmask her? A week? Maybe 2? Surely we can offer her 2 weeks. And if after that time so much as one man cries out, "Be gone," I promise, I'll happily send her packing myself.
Well, if Master Tom think this is right for us and for the community, then that'll do for me. Might be young, but his heart is right, and I've known his heart for as long as it's been beating.
No more words were spoken at the town meeting in the mission house, but it had been decided, they all felt, that the fugitive would be given 2 weeks. And they would all be able to look at themselves in the mirror and know that they had done what they could. Indeed, and perhaps more than most people would have